fans have completed the Reckoning Black Ops 6 Zombies Easter egg, and oh my god, fans are freaking out. Why? Let's discuss. And before I start this video, comment down below, what was your favorite moment or part within Black Ops 6 Zombies? Let's dive in. Alright, so I want to apologize in advance. I have barely gotten any sleep, so if I sound a little bit off, that's why. And no, I didn't complete the Easter egg. We got to the Richtofen boss fight, and it was the hardest boss fight in Call of Duty Zombies history. Way too much health, way too much, one-shot kill mechanics. It was just insane, but I did react to the cutscene, on a YouTube video, so if you guys want to see that, go watch that, then come back to this one. But, my god, we actually have them back. And before I even say anything, I was kind of right on my prediction video of what's going to happen. I didn't expect the actual crew to get pulled into the Dark Aether. I thought they were going to come out of the Dark Aether. But I should have known the leaks were Black Ops 7 zombies. They're all going to be in the Dark Aether. But nonetheless, we have the OG crew returning that was trapped in the Dark Aether for so long. And now our characters are in there. And I'm going to talk about what I think is going to happen with the Black Ops 7 Zombies storyline in a little bit. But to recap on what happens, from Terminus to now, our characters were stuck, Peck saved them, and then, Sam AI was guiding us through, to get us to where we were at the Janus Towers for DLC 4, The Reckoning. And then we dropped the Sentinel artifact, and it was kind of a weird situation where I thought it was going to be one boss fight. You get to pick between two boss fights. And like I said, our team chose to kill Richtofen. And like I said, that was the hardest boss fight I've ever done. We could not do it. I don't know. It just felt like a Destiny 2 contest raid boss, if you guys have ever, done that. But nonetheless, that's what happened. And then we see no matter what ending you pick, the crew that we play as Black Ops 6 Zombies is going into the Dark Aether from what happens. And is, meet face to face with the OG crew. Now, depending on what side you pick, Richtofen, actually resurrects his wife and his kid, and they all live happily ever after. And if you chose to kill Richtofen, I believe, something like that. But the other side of it, happens to, Sam AI gets transported into Samantha Maxis's body, and that live happily ever after. Now, I want to pinpoint on the actual thing that threw me off guard, is that our crew, is now in the Dark Aether because a Sentinel artifact transported them to the Dark Aether. And all we hear is, them in shock, and then, Richtofen and the others, it's just so good to actually say their names in present day in 2025. That's crazy. I just want to mention that really quick. It is crazy to mention that we're seeing the OG crew in 2025. After they sacrificed themselves in the Dark Aether, which is what happened in Black Ops 4 during Tag Their Tone and everything was a happy life, the OG crew has been in the Dark Aether. And now that our crew is in the Dark Aether in Black Ops 6 Zombies, the OG crew is meeting them face to face. So this is just a little tease as to what's going to happen with Black Ops 7 Zombies. I am praying that we get an intro cutscene for Black Ops 7 Zombies, so that way we can hear these characters reacting with each other. Because as you guys know, they've both been on the outside world, but the OG crew has been trapped in the Dark Aether for quite some time, while the Black Ops 6 crew has been outside helping, Peck, Strauss, Edward Richtofen, I should, call him to make that, more helpful, Sam AI. Now, I don't know what's going to happen, so I'm going to dive into my prediction here, for the rest of this video. So if you guys don't want spoilers, please click off the video. But like I said, this is just my prediction, and I'm using leaks and interpretations to actually predict what's going to happen with the Black Ops 7 zombie storyline. So let's dive in. So after our crew sets apart, goes into the Dark Aether, we meet face to face with Richtofen. And, they're going to have some interaction, with each other. Of course they are, because he's going to be like, didn't I just kill you or something like that, or depending on what side you pick. But they're going to clarify which one is canon, within the storyline. I believe, resurrecting Sam was canon and Richtofen was the latter, the non-canon side. So they're going to have some dialogue in between there. And then after that, they're going to say, like, there's going to be a dimensional outbreach, and then that's where we're going to introduce to our entity, which is the Shadow Smiths, coming into Black Ops 7 Zombies. Now, we still don't know who or, why they're there, but we can only assume maybe one thing. Maybe the Shadow Smiths could be somewhat related to the Shadow Man, because if everything's, in the Dark Aether, maybe the Shadow Man could be there. I have no idea, but that would be a pretty cool coincidence. It's like Black Ops 3 literally all over again. Call it cash grab, but I don't care. If that's the case, I'm buying Black Ops 7 Zombies with a heartbeat. So we're going to be playing, and I seen a lot of comments about this on other YouTube videos, and I want to clarify things up. There were leaks saying that we're going to be playing as the OG crew. Whether it's going to be the set crew, like we spawn in as a random, Richtofen, Nikolai, Dempsey, or Takeo, remains to be unheard or unseen. But, we're going to be playing as the OG crew. And I think this does kind of confirm carry forward, because the actual OG crew that we're playing with in Black Ops 6 Zombies is now in the Dark Aether. And it kind of does maybe confirm carry forward, because if you can actually play as, pick your any operator, what's the difference that you can play with these characters that just came into the Dark Aether and also the OG crew at the same exact time? Or maybe those leaks are correct, and we could be playing 8-player zombies, so we all get to be a different character fighting through the Dark Aether. That's just another take on that. But more on the storyline type of things. We're going to be fighting through these maps. I believe the first one is going to be a Transit remake. And while they're going to be doing that, they're going to be having, arguments, being like, how the hell do we get out of here, and all that other nonsense. So just like that story build-up of what's going to happen. Nothing really crazy is going to happen within DLC 1 other than just a story narrative of how this is going to be set up for the future of Black Ops 7 Zombies. But nonetheless, probably at the end of it is when we're all going to get teleported out of the Dark Aether, and who knows from there. I guarantee you, if I had to call the ending now, which is really, really early to tell, is that we're going to come face to face with the Shadow Smiths, and we're going to be out of the Dark Aether. So that's pretty much it for you guys. I mean, I really don't have any words to say other than, this is just perfect. This is a perfect way to end Black Ops 6 Zombies. And this is, the ending that I wanted. Not, kind of the way that I wanted, but it's actually kind of a better ending, because it, does leave more gaps in the storyline of like, okay, now what's going to happen? Because now our crew that we were playing with in Black Ops 6 Zombies is now in the Dark Aether with the OG crew. And if those rumors are to be true, which, most likely they are we going to be playing 8-player zombies? Or is it going to be like a 4-player zombies, or some strange, combination of just whatever the case may be? So I'm going to be here with you guys for the ride, because like I said, I am beyond excited for this now. Like, I am all locked in. I have never been so invested into a storybook since the last, I don't even know. Like, I have no words to describe this. I think the last time I've really got into a movie was whenever my girlfriend forces me to watch Netflix movies and I'm actually into it. It's just like, I don't read books, I don't watch a ton of movies, but it's just something about this story right now that's like, okay, I'm so fucking ready to go to the next chapter. And I hope you guys are the same as well. And even if it's not a set crew, like, a random character, you get to play as any operator you want, I'm perfectly okay with that, because now we know that the OG crew is there, and it feels like, just like big lift off our shoulders. Like, oh my god, like nostalgia is playing hard in 2025 going into 2026. We're gonna be seeing, what's been going on with these characters ever since they've been in the Dark Aether. We're gonna see what happens finally, hopefully, with Weaver, Carver, Gray, and Maya. It's just, I can't wait for you guys. And I'm going to be breaking down, the story and everything, every single map and every single time of the way. So that's going to be it, guys. I know that was a little bit me running off. Like I said, I'm tired, and I just want to rant and talk because I'm so fucking excited for this. So leave a like down there if you guys are excited as well. Other than that, guys, that's it. If you guys do want to see, a video regarding what you guys used to do back then in Zombies, because it's relevant since the OG crew is coming, click on this video and watch more. That's it, guys. Thank you so much.